What up, YouTube? It's Knowledge of Self-Determination. I just wanted to real quick talk about Donald Trump and his supposed violation of the Constitution. Um, what that is about, I don't know if you guys heard about this or not. This is reported on a little while ago, the 18th of December. So it was a little while ago, a couple of weeks, 2.5 weeks ago or so. Um, Now the whole thing with Trump being in violation of the Constitution. Now you guys know that when a person is elected president, any business that they have that could potentially uh, cause a conflict of interest with national affairs, they usually give up they usually give up ownership of their businesses temporarily, until their term as president is over, so that as to not have a conflict of interest, them profiting directly from their businesses while they are the commander in chief of the country. Donald Trump doesn't seem to really give a shit about that. As we know, he doesn't care about too many things because, as he thinks he's rich and he can pretty much do whatever he wants. Um, and basically, let's see. And basically, he will be in violation of the Constitution. Careful review of the emoluments clause, which is what it's called, shows that the clause unquestionably applies to the President of the United States, that it covers an exceptionally broad and diverse range of remunerative relationships, including fair market value transactions that confer profit on a federal office holder, and that it reaches payments and emoluments from foreign states, including state-owned and state-controlled corporations. Um, Remunerative relationship. Remunerative basically means this: money paid for work and services. Um, and let's see, just real quick. Most troubling, Ivanka has participated in several meetings between Mr. Trump and foreign heads of state, including those from Turkey, Argentina, and Japan. Ivanka's presence at Mr. Trump's meeting with Prime Minister Shinzo Abe of Japan is especially striking since Ivanka is currently in talks with Sinai International, whose largest shareholder is wholly owned by the Japanese government. Conflict. To close a major and highly lucrative licensing deal. They then list multiple holdings that will provide prohibited revenue. For example, Trump International Hotel, a major new project in Washington, D.C., and a new hotspot for foreign diplomats. The Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, owned by the People's Republic of China, is the single largest tenant in Trump Tower. Even as debates rage over American/Russian relations and Russian cyber attacks on U.S. interests, and even on the recent presidential election, it has been reported that Russian financiers played a significant, albeit concealed, role in Mr. Trump's organization. Just to name a little bit, just to give you some info on that. Now, here, Trump cannot solve this problem and thereby comply with the Constitution by letting his children, who have already improperly mixed business and government, run the businesses. If Mr. Trump retains an ownership interest in the Trump organization, then his personal bottom line is necessarily affected by everything that the business does, whether or not the decisions of that business are directed by or even known to Mr. Trump personally. For purposes of the emoluments clause, it would be totally irrelevant that someone else may be calling the day-to-day shot, since everyone, including Mr. Trump, would know that the manner in which foreign powers interact with the Trump organization invariably affected Mr. Trump's worth. So basically, there it is, for the most part. Now, what are potential solutions? The authors assert with great merit that the Electoral College would be justified in concluding that he is unqualified for the office of presidency. That, however, will not occur Monday. He will become the next president. Alternatively, if Mr. Trump enters office in what would obviously constitute a knowing and indeed intentional violation of the Emoluments Clause, and then declines to cure that violation during his tenure, Congress would be well within its right to impeach him for engaging in high crimes and misdemeanors. So, basically, Congress has the power. Congress has the power to basically impeach him if he continues being the forefront of his company and gaining interest from all these different foreign dignitaries and diplomats who will be basically, patronizing his businesses. Um, Remuneration is a compensation that one receives in exchange for work or services performed, right? And the title of nobility, which is another name for the emoluments clause, or rather, that's vice versa, is a provision in Article 1, Section 9, Clause 9 of the United States Constitution that prohibits the federal government from granting titles of nobility and restricts members of the government from receiving gifts, emoluments, offices, or titles from foreign states without the consent of the United States Congress. Also known as the Emoluments Clause, it was designed to shield the Republican character of the United States against so-called corrupting foreign influences. This shield is reinforced by the corresponding prohibition on state titles of nobility in Article 1, Section 10, and more generally by the Republican Guarantee Clause in Article 4, Section 4. Let's see. A little bit of history. The framers' intention for the clause were twofold: to prevent a society of nobility from being established in the United States, and to protect the Republican forms of government from being influenced by other governments. Basically, that's it in a nutshell. I will put the links in the description, and yeah, we can definitely have an open conversation on this. If you guys want to comment in the comment section about what you think about Trump and his shady business deals, trying to basically profit off of his title of presidency. So yeah, comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. I will give more. I'll do another update on this and see where we go from here and see what happens. See what happens. Once he's inaugurated, if he decided to let his children, run his companies instead of him being at the forefront and gaining obvious profit from his title as president. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. Like I said, comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think of our president-elect and his business practices with Japan and Russia and China, which all seem to be unconstitutional. So, like, learn, and subscribe. It's not a self-determination. I'm out. Peace.